Hi, this is Joan, and I hope that you're having a great day. I just found this video on my feed. I never heard of this person before, but it's eight at the tab, and it's a bunch of people just sitting around talking. I'm just really now looking at it, and I'm listening to this young man talk about how black women are the white man's best tool. Now, I don't know if you can hear it. I'm turning things up as high as I can get them, but they still, it may be that you can't hear it, and I'm sorry about that. So I'm trying to give a synopsis of what the young man's saying. And if you really want to hear him, this is the name of the video and the person who has put the video up. So let me say that. The whole point in this video is just to tell black women basically that it's too late. It's too late. It's gone too far. There's nothing you can really do to change this opinion that somehow everything is your fault, but you're not powerful. Kind of think if everything's your fault, you must be powerful, but I, logic is a waste here. But in any case, let me see if I can get it to play and if you can hear it. He's expressing a great deal of anger toward his mom. And I decided when I was still kind of a child that, you know what, if you survive into adulthood, well, thank your mom. Now, I'm not saying that she didn't do some things. Everybody does some things one way or the other. But when I was working at a university, I think I've told this before. A newborn baby was discovered in a garbage can. So I always thought that, okay, yeah, my mom did some, in my opinion, some cruel things, but I'm still here to tell the tale. Thing is, with the baby, they're fragile. So generally, it's your mom who's there trying to help you one way or the other. It's just that while she's trying to help you, she's not perfect. But that seems to be beyond the scope of some people's reasoning right now. And I personally don't believe in arguing with people. Um, if you listen to this, you'll hear the commentator talking about how this woman really didn't want to hear what this young guy was saying. And I kind of, who wouldn't want to hear that somehow you're both enslaved? You run the risk of, well, initially, most biracial people, it was the result of a white, a Caucasian slave owner and a black slave. It wasn't as if the woman volunteered. That's totally reversed now. Most biracials, I think, have a black father and a white mother. So black women have had to endure just the vulnerability of their gender plus whatever else men had to endure. Then, after slavery, they had to endure angry men who were from the same race, but somehow felt that even though you were getting lynched, you were a slave, everything was happening to you the same way it was happening to them. In a way, even more so, because they talk about black women are masculine, but on a lot of plantations, women were not allowed to stop working because they were weaker or tired, or they gave them the same jobs they gave the men in some cases, and they made the women work while they were pregnant. A lot of cases they had to give birth and get back out in that field as soon as possible. So no consideration is being given here for that by this young man. And the commentator, I don't know who he is. Like I said, I'm just now aware of this, but he is thrilled to hear about this. So, what I'm basically feeling is that what is the point in arguing? Why is this young man so angry? He basically said, well, if the woman doesn't go along with my plan, I'm out. Okay, good. Yeah, you should do that. I mean, if you just feel like a person cannot be or do what you want, if you feel that your mom did you so terribly wrong, even though you look like you grew up and you're healthy now, if you feel that you cannot look at her and see where she did anything or show any empathy for the fact that she was trying to raise you by herself, um, then fine, yeah, you should leave. And I feel that way about all the men who are proclaiming how the African American men, basically, who are proclaiming that African American women were white men's tools and whatever other kind of complaints they have. I don't think you, I don't think it's something to argue about. I think if you really feel that way, well, yeah, go. If you feel that you need a passport to go see other women, like I said, the way the borders are going now, you don't need a passport. Just go where they are. But if you just, and now, one guy I saw was saying that black men should go to Africa and pick up African women, and the African women were saying, oh, as economically, we are spoiled here, and we expect a man to pay a dowry, and you just can't come up and just be with the woman and not provide anything. So basically, it's an old song. It's Too Late that came out many, many moons ago, but I do feel that applies here. It's too late. You cannot convince these men of your value. You haven't even convinced yourself of your value. You cannot convince them that they are the white man's tool. If you react to what they do, they will ignore what they did to cause the reaction and tell you that and blame you for how you reacted and tell you that that was typical behavior. They project a great deal. I'm old enough to remember when black men were singing love songs to black women. We thought they were black women until we realized that once they got money, no, they were gone. Even look at Michael Jackson. Um, I've also told the story about a supervisor I had who, when Michael Jackson passed, was saying, well, that she was angry at him because she remembered buying his albums, taking her little pennies and going and spending it toward him and his family. And what did he do? He left it all to children that appear to have absolutely no African American ancestry in them. All the pennies that African American girls were gathering up and spending toward black toward that black family, you will have no return. And again, it expresses my opinion that it's too late. Don't even waste your time arguing. I like the fact that this young lady here, doesn't argue with him. She just kind of looks at him like, yeah, okay, I think what you're saying is a little bit off, but I also know that he's preaching confidence that black women can't stand a man with confidence. Black men have a great deal of confidence where black women are concerned. If they don't have confidence anywhere else, they definitely have confidence with you. They have confidence that it is their right to tear you down, to make fun of you, to um, berate you any way they want, and to set standards for you. You, however, do not have that right where they're concerned. Again, I don't believe you should waste your time arguing. You're not going to change his mind. I think what you should focus more on, what all black women should focus more on is, well, of course, Find out what the Heavenly Father wants you to do. But secondarily, safety. The I'm not saying this young man, but I think we have reached a point in our culture where black men feel that black women are the enemy and that whatever you do, whatever they are feeling, whatever they have done, they project onto you and see you as being unfair and cruel. This young man could look at, you know what? If my father hadn't left, if he had stayed with my mom, she might not have been so stressed out. She was trying to do the job of two people. He complains, and like I said, I've only seen a little of this, but it was enough for me to say, you know what? Give up. I think that's kind of what the 4B movement is about. And a lot of black women have said, hey, I was already in the 4B movement. I think that it is give up. Don't try to change these guys' minds. They've made a decision. The thing is, let them go. They want to go. Go. Just please go quietly. But if you can't go quietly, don't. I think it's not safe for black women to argue. Don't argue. Try not to even look like what you're saying is ridiculous. If anything, I think don't be on panels. I saw another video where they were popping balloons if they didn't like a woman. There was a brown skinned woman who showed up. She's dressed the way they like. And I think did no, there were 7 or 8 men. Let me see if I can pull that up. Now this is from the Lady Boulay channel. And she's reporting on, let me see, if you I'm trying to get the title in it, but it's basically that Blanket Sue. Oh, I'm sorry, there it is, right? I don't know what I was thinking. Blanket Sue sues his grandmother. Now this is Mama Jackson. Well, anyway, something about him trying to sue her because he doesn't want her to do something with the estate. Now, of course, I'm not paying much attention to the details. All I'm really looking at is a Blanket is Michael Jackson's son. Okay, does this guy look like he even passed by Michael Jackson? I mean, that's not a diss. It's kind of my point. Black women poured a lot of money in support of the Jackson family. Where is the money gonna go to? And how much respect do you have for your supposed grandmother, or at least your adopted grandmother, or whatever? Um, it's it's the point of it's just too late. There is no getting through to these men who feel this way, and I think that again, everybody is ignoring the Bible, and it told you that this is not new behavior for Israelites. If you believe that African Americans are the tribe of Judah or whatever, excuse me, it tells you in Malachi. I'll pull that up for you also. This is Malachi chapter 2, and chapter 2 and verse 14 reads, Yet ye say, Wherefore? Because the Lord hath been witness between thee and the wife of thy youth, against whom thou hast dealt treacherously. Yet is she thy companion and the wife of thy covenant. Okay, still Malachi chapter 2. But if you look at verse 9, it's telling you that because of the whole tribe's behavior, it has made the whole tribe look pretty silly before everyone else. And that is verse 9. Therefore have I also made you contemptible and base before all the people, according as ye have not kept my ways, but have been partial in the law. Okay, now let's see. 11 says Judah. hath dealt treacherously, and an abomination is committed in Israel and in Jerusalem. For Judah hath profaned the holiness of the Lord which he loved, and hath married the daughter of a strange god. Okay, there are you passport brothers. If any of you believe in the Most High, you might want to investigate that. Okay, verse 12. The Lord will cut off the man that doeth this, the master and the scholar, out of the tabernacles of Jacob, and him that offereth an offering unto the Lord of hosts. And this have ye done again, covering the altar of the Lord with tears, with weeping, and with crying out, insomuch that he regardeth not the offering any more, or receiveth it with good will at your hand. Yet ye say, wherefore? Because the Lord hath been witness between thee and the wife of thy youth, against whom thou hast dealt treacherously. Yet is she thy companion, and the wife of thy covenant. And did not he make one? Yet had he the residue of the Spirit. And wherefore one? That he might seek a godly seed. Therefore take heed to your spirit, and let none deal treacherously against the wife of his youth. For the Lord, the God of Israel, said that he hateth putting away. For one covereth violence with his garment, saith the Lord of hosts. Therefore take heed to your spirit, that ye deal not treacherously. Ye have worried the Lord with your words. Yet ye say, wherein have we wearied him? When ye say, every one that doeth evil is good in the sight of the Lord, and he delighteth in them. Or, where is the God of judgment? So, this is a spiritual matter. And Judah has always been Judah. Um, you can investigate that as you will. The point is, stop fighting this. Judah did not want Tamar, and the African American men are his children. Wait for the Savior. There is no point in arguing with them. They will only humiliate you. Okay, now this is a guy named Mitch. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. But he is reacting to this video with the balloons. Like you see all these men, the woman comes out, this woman here, this is the hostess. This woman here came out, and if all the men have balloons originally, if they don't want to date her, then they pop the balloon. Now you see down here, they pretty much all pop their balloons. And you see right here, this is a beautiful a beautiful woman, a representation of the women of the tribe of Judah. So what do they all say? Really bizarre things. You can't see this guy here. I'll see if I can pull him up, but okay. Oh, that still didn't do it. Okay, now you can see all the guys, they start off with the balloons. And this guy came out, and when the woman came out, he said, you're beautiful, but I think you might beat me up. Well, not that I think you might beat me up, I think you could beat me up. Okay, that is such an odd thing to say. It's an insult to her. That's what this young man kept repeating, that she should be angry because this guy basically told her he thought she was like Muhammad Ali or something. And you saw the woman, she is stacked, but she, I mean, I don't, it's kind of hard to, what would even make you look at this woman and think, she could beat you up. Do you plan on doing something so that you feel she might have a reason to want to beat you up? But in any case, I think he was just trying to be funny, insulting in a humorous manner. But she was very nice to all these men. She said absolutely nothing unkind to any of them. I can't remember what this guy said. This guy said basically, I want a woman who stands out. And I think what he meant is I want a light skinned woman because I'm dark. I like to wear dark clothes and your dress is brown. And I think women should stand out. So, if what you want is a non-black woman, just go get one. You don't have to, bother anybody about it. This one, I think he might be the one who didn't burst. No, yeah, he didn't burst the balloon, okay, initially. This one, I can't remember what he said, but she told him she didn't like his hair. But he might have told her he didn't like the color of her dress. This one said, "You won't get on the basketball court with me." What kind of crazy thing is that? This one, he was the one who didn't burst the bubble. He basically said, "Yeah, she's beautiful." This one said, "Yeah, you're beautiful, but I don't think you'd want me." And when she said, "I would want you," he said, "But I want to see what the other women look like." Okay. This one said, "I don't like the way you're dressed." What kind of shirt are you wearing? I mean, it's, and this one basically said, "You're too dark to wear a dark shirt. Look at you." I mean, I don't know. This is making African Americans look pretty not intelligent, not thinking about the community, and that's what the scripture said. That, you know, let me see, I don't want to get the quote wrong. Let's see if I can pull it back up. Let's see. It's back to Malachi 2:9. Therefore have I also made you contemptible and base before all the people, according as ye have not kept my ways, but have been partial in the law. So, the thing is, it's not just men who look down on women, it is women also. And I think that anytime you'd have a woman who, is this attractive and she feels the need to come on a show like this and try to get men who at an earlier date might not have even had the nerve to approach her, shows you the direction that we're going, that men don't appreciate women and women don't appreciate women. But the only book that told you this is what was gonna happen, what was gonna occur in the end was the Bible, and it's the one book that people are ignoring for this kind of information. People go to churches and they learn that, I don't know, God will make you rich and God will give you a good husband, all this other stuff, but they don't actually study what the word says. And the word does not say that women should have to go out and beg men to take them, which is to me kind of what this is. But I think that you should live your life with a certain amount of dignity as much as you're allowed. But that is, I guess that could be also a matter of opinion because the Heavenly Father allows each person to a certain extent, to live as they see fit. One guy even said, I think this was him. He said, "It's the shoes for me. I don't like your shoes." As if she can't change shoes. I mean, and when did men become so judgmental about women's attire? It's just weird. But in any case, those were just some things I saw that I wanted to impress upon, especially black women. Give up. It doesn't matter how pretty you are. They each even said, "Yeah, you're beautiful, but no, I don't want you." That is ultimately what they're saying to all identifiably black women. "I'll take you if there's nothing else around, but I don't respect you and I don't appreciate you." And as I showed you in the book of Malachi, that's not new. They have pretty much always been like that. I think, like I said, I think if you really examine it, I don't think Adam really liked Eve. But the thing is, you have to really examine it and not just go by reflex repeating what you've already been told. Because if you look around, what you've been told, how the Bible has been interpreted is not working. It's not helping you. The black community is in shambles, and it will take the second coming to straighten everybody out. So, you guys consider this and have a great rest of your day.